Let me make sure everything's here. Right. So basically, a brief rundown on flies again. You know the market moves in three directions per se. The impulse, which is down, that's two, and then the pause, which is normally consolidation, sideways, pullback, exhaustion, whatever you want to call it. So up, down, sideways, right? So you guys can hear me, right? Not hear anyone, not see anyone typing. Let's make sure everyone in call, everybody with me tonight. Only hear Monty Fee night.
Yes.
Night, Sharon, hi.
Okay.
How you doing? You sound a bit tired.
I I ain't tired yet.
All right, no problem. Had a long day?
The usual, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Um, all right, so basically to understand the flags, we first must understand which direction the market is moving. So we usually gather this from our higher time frames. So it's either we going up, as we can see, up, or is we coming down. We start to come down, right? So from this, after the impulse is usually a strong move up or down, we get the flag, right? So the flag is just the exhaustion or pullback from the long move up or down, the impulse move, correct? So just to break it down a bit more, we can look at it. So you can start from, let me see, we can start from here. All right, so basically, you see we have our long impulse move here, nice move up. So where we could look for is the pullback. So when the pullback happens, we usually look for where price has broken market structure. Let me see. Idea. I think you're new. Have you been a call for me before, Tia? Or this is your first time? You don't recall seeing any name before, right? So continuing, right? The first time, okay, cool. How's it going so far? Right. So when we have our impulse move, we can look for our breaker structure. So you can see that in market, sorry, what that? The market moves down, create a low, create a higher low, a low high, sorry, then created a low low. But on this move up, it brought this high here, this low high. So we can look for, the market coming back and retesting either this area, or what I look for the next engulfing candle after this area is broken. Right? So at the moment, we're not seeing the engulfing candle only 1 hour. So we probably drop down a time frame or two, probably 15 minutes. And then we look again. Right? So in this area here, we having this is our engulfing candle zone here. So we can look for the flag to price to pull back here, and the flag to finish in this area here, or we could look for the top, this area, this retest area here, and then go up. So we have our impulse, the flag, which we're saying coming down to this area, and then we're looking for it to go back up. So with flags now, we don't want to see these long candles that we did in the impulse. Because if you see these long candles here, we know, well, it may not be a flag, but it could be a reversal. So instead of price coming here and going back up, price will just shoot right down, right? So we want to see a shorter set of candles compared to those of the impulse. So we want to see a strong impulse up, strong impulse down, and say it's a flag. No, we won't call it a flag. No. Right? Everyone understand?
So we're looking for smaller candles, not necessarily engulfing candles, but just smaller candles, smaller than the impulse, basically.
Yeah, smaller impulse. Maybe we have the impulse. We don't want to see the same size candles as the impulse when we're looking at the flags. Right? So impulse is the strong candles. At exhaustions, we want to see candles of small size, usually with a bit of rejection, and especially when it get to our zones, we want to see the rejection coming from the side of the zone. So if we're looking for a buy, we want to see the rejection coming from the bottom. If you're looking for a sell, the rejection coming from the top of the candle, right? So we're gonna play it here and see how it plays out.
Daveion,
Aye, yes,
can you
please.
go back to the 15-minute
15.
and
No,
I want to see the engulfing candle. Sorry.
no problem, right? Okay, so on the higher time frame, we established that this here was the last low high we made, right?
Right.
And then it created a low, but then on this move up, it brought this high. So we know, well, prices getting ready to shift. So after that, structure is broken. This is our engulfing candle here, and we also have one here. We have two in this zone. See what I mean? The two engulfing candles here. They
But
could
I
remain.
think
All right. I'm even gonna circle that for you. All right. You see them? You see them?
all right, go back me see. Does it matter which engulfing candle it is? As in bullish or bearish? It doesn't matter.
Yes, it matters because, all right, so if you're looking for a buy, if you're looking for, okay, so if the market broad structure in a buy, we want to look for a bullish engulfing candle because when it come back to this zone, we're looking to buy again. So we want to see where the market accumulated buys from, the buy area. If you was looking for a sell, you were looking for a bearish engulfing candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, you understand, or it lost you,
I got the theory. I got the theory.
right? So if you're going for a buy or right, so if you're going for a buy, our engulfing zone will be the first. Well, my engulfing zone is usually the first engulfing I see after the structure is broken. If you're going for a sell, the opposite was apply. So let me see, we have a small flag here. Right, so it's just a sell. Sorry, wrong thing, wrong. Let me, right. So we had our impulse here, and then we had our flag, and This is more strictly a engulfing candle on a low time frame. Because remember, we are a 15 minute time frame auto. So to see our engulfing candle, we probably have to drop down another time frame. So 5. Let me see. All right, so and see the same concept, the same theory applies no matter time frame on the flag candles in flag, but it's not be as strong as the impulse candles. So you see we have a lot of rejection when the price was coming back up after the long impulse. Let me drop onto the 5 minute. See, we have our engulfing candles here. One here, one here. Right? So you guys see what I mean? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right?
Yeah.
So after that, we had our sell off. So that would be for the sell. Sell. So now we're looking for the buy. So no. Right. So they say we're waiting for the price to come back in that zone there that we have market, which should be this zone here. So when price gets to that zone, we wait patiently. Right. So we back to that zone there now. So we call this here, we're looking for the buy in this zone because we're in the engulfing area. This is where the traders looking to enter the buys because we had an impulse. Then we had a strong engulfing candle here. So we know, well, this is a good buy area. If not, if this area doesn't hold, we then look for price to come and retest the previous hideout. The previous hideout was broken. And then we look see how price react. So we're looking at price action at all these at these different levels, right? So here is where my strategy comes in now, where we look for the retest, the shift and retest. So as you see, we had our shift. We need to retest, so the lines crossed over, or the market starting to weaken. I got my engulfing candle, and this low here is not broken. Far from being broken. Right? So impulse, flag, engulfing area, this time of the weekend, my low not taken out. I have my engulfing candles. So we could either enter here, or we could wait till that candle weakens, which we have another engulfing candle here. We could enter our trade. So we can do a little back testing along the way too. All right, to see how we actually utilize the flag patterns and the strategy. So when we enter the trade, we usually want to use, we don't want to use this low because you can see that low is a 100 pip stop loss. We don't want that. So what we want to do, we can look for where the next low formed. So let's say we in this area, we can put our stop loss below this low here. If it's hit, we look for another setup again, and we go again. Same principle. Right? Right? All right, so you see that price started to move off right here, right? So what we could do now, you look at market structure again. We see that price brought this level, this level here, this resistance area here, create a nice impulse. So after impulse, we're looking for a flag again. So all the time we're looking for a flag after impulses. After market structure is broken, impulse, flag, because price is not going to go straight up nor straight down. It has to pull back. So again, we wait. Right, and okay, so and that one's a bit small, so I'm not gonna do that one. That one's a bit small. Okay, so we could use probably this one here. All right. So again, price has broken this high. You can see here, came up, created a low, broke this high, created these highs all the time. If I get up on a small time frame, you guys probably will see it better, right? So all the time breaking these highs. You can see a high here. Right. You can see all the time the low is not being broken, the low being down here. So all this is considered a flag. We could consider all this a flag. All this here is flag, and when it's broken, we're looking for the retest. So I said impulse again, flag. You see only MACD. This low here, MACD cross. This low was not taken out. Right? And you see again, price took off once again. So if the flags, we're usually looking for a, after flag is completed, we're looking for a strong impulse. It's just like a head and shoulder pattern. Head and shoulder patterns are usually, we could call it two flags put together. I'm sure you guys know the head and shoulder pattern, right? So as we get more into the flags, I would break it down so you guys can see that it's actually two flags coming together. Right? So when we're using flags, we want to trade the flag to the previous high. Well, to the high of the flag, not the previous high. So if this is the high of the flag, we usually want to go to this. If we entered here, we want to carry the trade to here as our final TP. We can usually have our TPs between, 1 minute, guys. Right, sorry about that, guys. Right, so we usually want to carry the price back up to our high of the flag. As you can see, it played out, created a next flag, created two more flags, played out. So you have to train your eyes for these. Flags could come in various forms, various sizes. And remember, the time frame on determines how long or how big the flag would be. So that's the first one G in. You can see it played out. See it much clearer here, only 1 hour. Structure broken, impulse, flag, straight to the top. Right. Guys, on that one, that first flag, I'm gonna run through a couple more. Any
Repeat,
questions?
what you said about the time frame determines how long?
Yeah, so, okay, so let me go back down. So, right here, right? And clear it up. This right here is also a flag. See engulfing zone. You see the previous low was broken, but we only 15 minutes. So
Right.
this flag would be seen better only 5 minutes. So we know that, well, this flag will play out a lot quicker than and shorter than if we win upon this big flag here. So within this big 1 hour flag,
There's
we have
another
our
flag.
correct. But you gotta know the direction you're looking to go. Because we can't be only 5 minutes looking for a cell, thinking that it's gonna sell long. When we know, well, the higher time frame, we have a bigger flag, and we know on the higher time frame is guaranteed a longer move, right? So when you jump up in 5 minutes, you probably see it a lot clearer. See? The impulse. Correct. It first started drop there, then make it, but let me just try it over properly.
So is there an ideal time frame for when we're looking at flags, or is your preference? Like, if I prefer to do my entries only 1 hour, then I should look for the flags only 1 hour, or not necessarily?
Well, it depends on your preference. So if you want to look for only 1 hour, you know you got a longer period for them to play out most of the time. If you end up on the 30 minute, it's more likely going to be close to the 1 hour, but maybe not as long. The 5 and 15 minute usually going to be a bit quicker, right?
Okay. All right, cool.
Right. So as you can see here, nice flag. And you can see it traded right back down to the bottom, which was here. So remember I tell you guys, usually use the point of the flag at the top or the bottom of the flag to be your final TP. And you could use any entries, any engulfing zones between the top and the point. Could be your TP between, it could be TPs between there also. So say you're at the top, your first TP could be, let me see, engulfing. Could be right here. That could be your first TP. The second one here. But remember, small time frame, so it's not going to be much pips at the longer time frame. So it'll be a quick 30 pips. 30 pips with a 8 pips, 7 pip stop loss. So remember, you can't look for, I want to say to look for 100 pip moves per a 5 minute time frame. The 100 pip move could start only 55 minutes time frame, but you got to make sure it lines up with your 1 hour analysis, right? So like, let's use this as an example. Came down, came to the bottom. Okay, so that's it. You got a quick sell, but you know, well, my longer move is the buy. So now we're looking for buys. So now I want to look for, if you want to use the 5 minute, if you want to look for a flag only 5 minutes, well, you know that you could probably hold this one longer because you know, all right, I might want our buy zone, but want our trade is a longer trade. So if I want to get a nice tight entry, 25 minutes, minimize my risk, maximize my profit, no problem. But it's going to take practice. It's going to take practice because a small your small stop loss on the small time frame could actually hamper how your trade plays out on the 1 hour time frame because all right, you may got your stop loss tight, maybe too tight only 5 minutes. Right? But only 1 hour, if you just give it a little bit more room, the trade will appeal in your favor. So you still have to actually see how well the structure is aligns with one another if you understand me. Right? It clear?
Yeah, got you.
Okay, cool.
You're saying that I should, if I start on a 1 hour, I dropping down to get a better entry.
Correct, yeah.
So I should start, preferably the 1 hour rather than the 4 hour.
Again, it's your preference. If you want something 4 hours, you could do it 4 hours also. But remember, the 4 hours is going to take longer than the 1 hour. So it's all up to your preference.
No, I'm not looking to start. To enter at the 4 hour, the 1 hour. I'm talking about recognizing.
Your analyst.
Sorry.
Your analyst. You want to see where to start for your analyst?
If I go again.
You want to know where to start. You're making your analyst from.
Where I should start my analysis from? Yes.
Okay, so I usually recommend the 4 hour, 1 hour because if you want to use it daily too, daily 4 hour. Maybe the 1 hour sometimes, but I personally use it daily or 4 hour. You 1 hour, you could incorporate that also, but those are your longer moves, right? So if you're looking for a nice, say 50, 60 pip up move, 1 hour, 4 hour daily. But you have to have the patience. If you're looking for 1 hour, if I start in 1 hour, my first CP is 30 pips. My second CP is 60 pips. Because I realize unless I have a very strong analysis, price usually reverse on me, and then I usually caught in the wrong side of the trade. So I try to minimize how far what I target sometimes. Right?
Okay.
But again, it all depends on how you look at your trades. If you look at your trade and see a 4 hour flag and you want to go with a 4 hour flag, sure, be my guest. Right? Because again, everything lines up. Everything lines up because only 4 hour, you see the same thing. Price still breaks the same previous high. You want hour. Price came to it. Engulfing again. All right. So okay, so that is 4 hour and you want hour aligning so far, right? We have that. So only 15 minutes. We want to look for a flag, a bullish flag. So we know like, well, our 4 hour and a 1 hour move, our longer move is ready. So that move would come, that flag would probably be this here. Sorry, wrong tool. This would probably be our flag here. If you drop 1 point lower time frame, exactly. Here that. So It probably would say it better only 1 minute, but I don't really get only 1 minute. I tend to try to really kind of sit 25 minutes though. So have our flag, engulfing candle, and we up and moving.
Show it on the 4 and the daily. The same
Sorry.
pattern, the same flag you have there.
You probably want to see it only 4 hours because you will see the bigger flag only 4 hours. Right? But because we only want the 5 minute, no, we're looking for the 5 minute flight that gonna start the 4 hour move. Because remember,
okay.
the slower time frames start the longer moves, right? But you gotta make sure everything's in a line. Everything we have confluence. It's called confluence. We want to make sure that all our major levels are aligned. Prices at our major levels. We have our entry signals, everything, right?
So basically, we're still doing the top-down analysis where we look for our levels or zones from
Correct.
the daily 4 hour. Then we can then start to look for the flags.
Correct.
You go mark it as normal, your levels, and then we can look for your flags.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. All right. So next one. Let me look for see if I find the next one here quickly. Right. Okay. You had an alert from All Academy. Be here quick. Let's see if you guys can enter a trade. All right. So this is one I was watching. All CAD. About to enter this. If you guys want to hop in, you guys can hop in too. Same concept here, right? So the 4 hour, we had our nice impulse. This is our low here. So we break that low. Then we see what we're talking about. The candles, we don't want candles as long as the impulse candles. So we having a nice set of rejection candles here. Coming back up. This is the 4 hour. This is my 4 hour zone. Only 1 hour. I want to see I mark this on the weekend. Price coming to the zone. Create engulfing candle. I have my engulfing candle here. And I have a 15 minute. I have a smaller flag being created, right? So let's remove this. All right, so as I was saying, all right, we had I saw you all the big flag, the 4 hour flag, the 1 hour flag. It's only 15 minutes, but what made me get into this trade was price breaking this level here. And if it drop down further, this right here is a flag. This right here. All right, so let me see if I see it 25 minutes. Perfect. Impulse, there's also a flag here. So I'm looking to take this trade and go to the bottom. So let me see. So also above the high. And go here, 16 pip, 50 pips, right? So if you guys want to enter, feel free to enter. Where's my tools? Wait.
What's the TP?
Again, TP is 04629. Wait, sorry. Again, putting some more TPs. That's the final TP. The first TP, 20 pip TP, it's gonna be right. 0955 095005.
And
First TP. Right, so stop loss. No, that's loss. That stop loss is going to be right. The stop loss is going to be above this high because if price reverse and breaks this high, this here is invalidated. So stop loss is 095381. Right, so all chat. Point 95381. Six to nine. Right. Right.
What are the parameters again, Daveion?
Stop loss 0.95381. TP1 0.95009.
0.95001.
TP2 094824. And TP3 094629.
Okay.
Let you take this somewhere else. Can you take this somewhere else?
Why?
Because I would like to bed.
You
So
can eat
same,
it?
same concept.
So showing on TV that you want. So you can give me 2 minutes. You're finishing at 9 o'clock. 15 minutes.
Wait. Same concept. Impulse, flag, and we're looking at push down. So internal trade monitoring now. Right. We want to set an alert for our first TP. If you're not taking TP1, set an alert to make sure, well, if price comes that level and you start seeing any signs of exhaustion, reversal, we're looking to move our stop loss to our entry and secure our risks, making it risk-free. right? And even if price comes by and hit our stop loss, if we got our confirmation again, you could enter the sell again. No, nothing wrong with that. But remember, if it passes, if it breaks this high, it becomes invalidated. All right. Okay. Let me see if I find another flag to continue. Right. GN was that GN. Yeah. Right. So here's another one. Right here. We have a couple. So I can run through these here quickly. So the first one here is right here. All right. Round two. So you see that price broke structure is low here. Right? It broke is low and created this impulse. This impulse here. Right? So remember I said when price break structure, I'm looking for the next engulfing after that break of structure, which is right here. Right? So looking for price to come back into this zone. So remember I said look at your candles. Small candles, don't mind this big candle here. You still have a lot of rejection when it reaches level, right? So when it comes back, right? Don't mind it push past a bit. It gives me an engulfing candle right back in the zone. So this could be seen as a false breakout. And again, if I drop down to my lower time frame, I know well, this is a flag here. That's where I'm seeing it. I break the structure here. So let me drop down and see. I think I had traded this also. I think that was early in the week last week. But right. So we had a break of structure on the lower time frame now. So the same concept applies throughout the time frames. The same we wait for a break of structure here and wait for our impulse and our pullback. Same thing applies here. We had our impulse, which is this move here. Then we had our flag. Right? We probably will see it better in 5 minutes. All right. So you see how this lines up with our 1 hour analysis. We had our long move on the 1 hour, which is this move, our pullback. And then when we get to our 5 minute, we got the same move. Impulse, engulfing candle, and it comes back, engulfing candle, be ready for our move down. Right? So we understand how it lines up here. Any questions?
Not right now, but yeah, I understand.
Okay, cool, nice. All right, so the same is looking for the engulfing, the bullish engulfing. Now we look for the bearish engulfing, which would be this here. So right. Right. So same concept. As you can see, engulfing here too. Engulfing. Place impulse shifted. High not taking up because we see this as a false breakout. Lower time frame now. Same thing. Shift retest, big move down, right? And we have one on Friday also. I traded one on Friday, right? So this one here. Before it dry out, everyone can see this one here. Before it dry out, this one here. I ain't drying out yet, but we can see this one. They got how much? Tell me how much flags you all see. How much flags y'all can see here before you draw them up? Tell me. Anybody?
I would say 4.
Correct. But the fourth, I think the fourth is no. The fourth is farmer no.
Right,
So,
the fourth is farming now.
right. So I not really fancying it, but I could still look at it shortly night. But I'm not really fancying as much as I was fancying this one, right? So let me draw this out and see how we got our buddy last week. All right, so here was the bottom of our train. I actually started from here, so we're gonna go 0.4 over. So even better, because now we have 5. If we add in this big flag right here, right? Everybody can see the big flag you're talking about. Everybody see the big flag? Everybody, anybody? Right, so impulse, trickling down. Right, so this is only 4 hour. So now we've been dropped onto our 1 hour. You see that price broke this structure right here. Right? So after this break, we got our impulse. So then we drop onto our 15-minute and wait till price come back in this engulfing zone, which is exactly where it came. It came back, create a pin bar, engulfing candle also, and we went up. But it was not a complete move. Price came back again, back in the area again. All this time, this low was not taken out. When it shifted, this became the new low. When it came back, this low was not taken out. We got a double bottom, engulfing candles. Leverage your confirmation, you look for the entry. We have those, right? So the flag farm, engulfing zone here. A lot of it rejection. Remember, I say if you're looking for a buy, we want to see rejection at the bottom of the candles. We having a lot here, a lot of it rejection. This is at least about 2 hours, 2-3 hours, I believe. Oh, even more. This is 3 hours, and this is 2 hours. So we know this zone is a nice zone that we could look for our buy that our price will hold. So we entered and you see that price went up 130 pips, right? So that's how we use the longer time frames and let the smaller time frames align with the longer time frames so we get our longer move if you're looking for a longer move. As you can see, price, I'm looking at price to go all back up here. It's not going to back up there one time. So I keep my eye on this. I think it's going to drop a bit before it goes up. But as you can see, this high was taken out again. Price is coming in this zone here. So we probably could have a push back down, final push back down, and then the push up, and then the process repeating itself all the time over and over till we probably get to the top, or we probably get to this zone here. Right? So we're just looking for a break of structure, pull back, impulse. Pull back, impulse. Structure must be broken. Look for an engulfing zone, and we get ready to move. Right? Any questions?
Yeah, Daveion, one question.
Hey, listening.
With the, when you say break in structure, I'm looking for if the previous high or low has been taken out.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that.
All right. So okay, so just let me clear it up. We look this high is we're looking for the high. If you're looking for a buy, the high must be taken out. But on the retest, which is here, we still using MACD. But on the retest, the low cannot be taken out to confirm our buy is still valid. Right?
Okay,
Right. Just want to make sure we're clear on that.
I got it.
Right, correct. So any questions, guys? Everybody covered?
I covered.
Yeah, for
Okay.
now.
Cool. Right. So that be it for tonight, guys. I have to leave home shortly. So any questions, you can feel free to ask me. Anybody want any one-on-ones? I always here. I have some free time now. Lots of free time. So hit me up if it's needed. I'm always there to help. And I'm not really liking anything like to send out tonight as yet. So I want really only the arcade. Yeah. Not really liking anything as yet for the week. Today has been quite slow. I was in GJ, but GJ started to consolidate and I hopped out. Trying to look like a flag.
Daveion,
Hey,
we messaging you on Telegram or on this?
it don't matter. It don't matter. Once you message me, I could be there to
Okay.
reply. Like, once you want help, just hit me up. Right.
Oh,
Right. Was in GJ.
Recorded, Daveion, you recorded this session.
Yeah, I sent here recording, so I believe Karen started it.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
no problem.
I'll go
Right.
over it tomorrow.
No problem.
Blessings.
Okay, no problem. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys.
Kmar? Kmar's gone?
Kamar.
It's still here. Good
Oh,
night.
you can give me a call? I need you
Pardon?
to walk me through this thing.